Fish. Jet fish. Oh, rocket fish.
Welcome in, guys. This is Bwizzle Aquatics. Glitch here, and this is 420 somewhere stream. We'll start doing on Tuesdays, probably what 7:30. Fridays maybe 7:30. We're still working out the times, but we just want to do a pop up to introduce that. And I got some unboxing due for the Fish Fam Christmas to show y'all.
Nice.
I figured I'd do that one live.
Nice.
But yeah. I saw a bounty came in. Might take a few people to get in. But yeah, how you doing, Glitch?
Well, yesterday I got my whole fish room all cleaned and organized, finally.
Nice.
So other than two things out of place, it is. So I'm trying to get set up so that I can also have cameras that I can hook up on lens. So I'm trying to get there.
I saw the short, I think, or a reel you posted today where you walked in the room or something. That was amazing. I was like, yeah, that's the new streaming room. What up, Jimmy P?
This is what I've been working with. It's been a hot mess.
Yep, Jimmy, a new time. Brothers from Another Mother is canceled. And yeah, a new time. It's me and Glitch, 420 somewhere stream. We'll be talking about fish, life, having different people up, some fun topics and whatnot.
Yeah, just a chillax, chill
music. Yeah. So it should be Fridays. We're still working it out, but it should probably be Fridays and basically the same times me and John had in the past. There. But how are you doing, Jimmy? Hope everything's swell with you.
Yeah, Jimmy is changing up his stream too.
Oh yeah, I've seen some
Mary's
of that.
been having some issues with her connection and whatnot, so he's switching up his stuff too. So a lot of moving and shaking going on the.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Garcia, Scuba, welcome in, Scuba and Garcia. Scuba, I haven't forgot about you. I've been telling Glitch I've been going through a lot, so I still got that gravel coming towards you, or I might do an Amazon thing and just let you pick out something $25 worth, but we'll work it out for you. I'm good. Finally ordered. I thought you said new Pokemon, but new phone. First time in years. Awesome. You deserve it.
New phones are great because then like you start taking pictures and it doesn't matter like what. Like, you know, like let's say you get a new phone, but it's like not new to everybody else, but it's new to you.
Yeah,
it's an upgrade.
iPhone.
You're like taking pictures and you're like, holy crap. Meanwhile, it's
my
like,
God. A year later, it's cracked.
Not on someone else's phone's pictures level, but it's better to you. You're like,
my friend Shredder's in the house. Sorry.
I love that icon.
Yeah, me too. Shredder's a good friend of mine, guys. So if you see this icon, don't worry. Shredder's cool.
That's hilarious.
And Rob A, how you doing? Working and lurking. Scuba Steve, I already seen you. Sorry, buddy. And Crypt Aquatics, how you doing? What up, Bwizzle and Glitch? I was lurking in your stream earlier, but I was just waking up, whatnot. But my service won't let me call you Nicole Poop.
Well, he can't text me. So I guess I'm in Canada, like he can't. I guess he doesn't have the international.
What about like Facebook, stuff like that? But
yeah, I guess I
don't know if he knows that much. Hey Debs. All is well with you. Do what?
I don't know if he knows that much, but he definitely can.
Sorry. I have to help my mom, and she's way younger.
Yeah. Oh my God. When my mom got a laptop, it was my brother and I were like,
Yeah.
because my mom's like, oh, I messed something up. I can't print something. You got to come over and let me know. And then she changed her Facebook to then she changed her Facebook, the language of, everything she sees in Facebook. She changed it to French, and she can't speak or read French.
That's my
So she's
mom.
like, I don't know how I did that. I need you to fix it. Thankfully, I can read and speak French. So I was like, okay, go here and go here, go here. And then she did that to her cell phone. I was like, oh,
I always tell her, there's Saturday night stream. I said, click on this stream. I'm clocked out. Then I'll call my sister. I'm clocked out. You got a FaceTime her. Yeah, welcome in, Joey. We're just talking about your streams and stuff. I was telling her about Deathpool and whatnot. Yeah, Joey's a good friend of mine, guys, since I started YouTube. He actually, Jimmy P won a Aquarium Co-op $100 gift card from Joey.
Nice.
What up, Shane's Tanks and Bowls? Welcome in, buddy. I'm gonna go on my YouTube sign. So I make sure I'm subscribed to some of y'all. Yeah, this is gonna be our new stream and whatnot.
But not our new time.
Yeah. Good afternoon, fishy folks. What up? What up? Is it John? Yep, John.
Yeah.
Bwizzle. I built websites in the 90s. I know, Jimmy.
I did too on my MySpace. It was pretty cool.
Instant
there was lots of little
AOL Messenger
icons and cool music.
Did you use AOL Instant Messenger back in the day? That's how me and my first girlfriend used to talk.
I was like in the AOL chat rooms, dude. I'm like an AOL chat room OG.
Me and my sister used to fight so bad over that.
Meeting friends and because like that's when it was like getting really big. So I was in Germany at that time with my ex-husband and my daughter. He was stationed over there. So I started meeting people from all over Europe in there, and like a bunch of friends that I still have today that were also in Germany.
Wow.
So like I ended up going to Paris for a weekend to party because of friends that I met in the chats there.
Mm-hmm.
So is my dog nearby? Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah. Come here, Tucker.
He's sleeping.
I love some Tucker. Yeah.
He's like, let me stretch. Doing the downward dog.
I need to get Walter in here. He's just too wild, Walter's. He would actually sit down and bark at a fish.
So he's like, hi guys.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm kind of go back to sleep here in a minute.
Is that you? Is that you?
Walter loves the cories, though. He'll look at any other fish, but when the cories come out, he'll start barking and going crazy. That's
Tucker
the only
can't
fish.
stand them. Like when we go to the store, like he gives me this judgy look. Like, for real, more fish. Seriously, you have a dog.
Yeah, where's the toys at, Bob?
You know.
And then we buy Walter toys, and then like he only wants to play this orange ball, and he plays soccer with his nose. He loves
There's
playing
so
with
many
his nose.
toys that I buy him that he doesn't even play with. He's like,
does he have a favorite one? Like my dog has a favorite one, and that's why he don't say.
Not really. He's just
Brian Jones.
I don't know. I've learned that he's not a big chewer, so any bones, like occasional different bones he'll chew on, others. Like I got him one of those cheese bone things. Don't touch it.
Guess what Walter eats? Chicken feet. It's by him at the store.
So I think the chicken feet. So we got my granddaughter and I. We got him one over Christmas, and I think it caused like an allergic reaction in him because he
might not like it.
Well, everywhere, and one of them.
Walter loves them, but he's probably different with his immune system or something. He's like
Pepper also
good
has
hunter.
like a couple allergies, and like Boston's are really prone to like chicken allergies.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I had a pug. He was like that. Different allergies, and we had to clean out his nose. You ever have to clean out the wrinkles?
Yeah,
and
the
stuff?
folds, his little wrinkles.
Yep. I had to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Ryan?
Because he's got his ears, but
yeah, it's gonna be a fun journey every
Yeah.
Tuesday and Friday.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy P.
I'm gonna go to the YouTube side real quick.
No, don't scratch me.
Yeah, it's 19/2023. I always like to say the date. I messed it up there. And another thing, I need to get another computer. I like how you have the two screens in that video.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
helps. 'Cause
work.
then you can put like the screen on one side, and then I do the YouTube. I go to the YouTube and I mute it, but then you do the pop out chat, and then you can close the YouTube window. So then it's just the chat window
chat.
open.
I used
So
to
then
do
you get all
that
the
in here.
links, and so it's definitely handy because like it can be over on this screen. So then you're looking towards the camera this way,
Mhm.
but then your chat's over here. Well, have a good day, Steve. Yeah, without the echo too. Exactly. Can't stand that. If I'm on a stream,
Yes.
like they can't get it fixed, I'm like, I can't. It's just like when you're talking on the cell phone and you hear yourself. It's distracting.
Yep. Fortunately, it's not 420 here yet. It's 420 somewhere.
Damn right it is.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be fun because Glitch also is gonna stream on her channel. You want to get her up there to the moon too, and watch hours and stuff. New Year, and
well, and I want to get. I'm getting set up today to be able to finally show my tanks and what's going on in them. Besides,
I want to see him too. I never really got to see much of the tanks yet.
Yeah, they're doing really, really well. Like, I mean, I just moved here in October. So it's been a transition because I moved 20 minutes away. So I have different water. So everything had to transition over. I'm flipping a lot of the fish stock that I have. So it's been a little bit of a journey, but I definitely enjoy sitting in here. I just smoke a J and just stare into the tanks.
That's what I do. Like the tanks are in front of me here.
So I can throw on some music. Doesn't get more relaxing than that. I just need to get a better chair.
See, what's up, Leprechaun TV? Another good buddy from Ohio. I was lurking in your stream the other night, and y'all meet the like we were talking.
Wouldn't that chair?
Oh wow, that would be so fun. I'd be like have a table beside you with all your stuff on it,
and just stare into the tanks like
I have a tank in front of me, and I just sit here listening to music and just smoke a blunt, and like I see those gobies. That's my new favorite fish. And they just chase each other around and they eat algae. And what is up, Fishion Tank? Thank you so much for what you do, if you know what I mean. This last couple weeks, I know you got the fish all moved in. I think that's you.
Nice.
Let me know. There's another Wisconsin fish fan. B-Wiz, hope you're okay. What up, Sandra and Longfield? I'm doing good. Do I know you?
No, you must.
Do I know you? I know. I go to so many different streams. It's like, like I said, I cover this or repeat myself. If we're fish fam, you can select and all the friends. I was in like Jimmy P's.
I just think it's so cool because like you can end up like in all parts of the world. Like
I share them out too, and some fish people.
Just for a car ride, I'm like, I'm just blown away because it's like we're getting a tour of Australia right now. Like, this is cool. It's like I'm driving down the street in Australia. Pretty neat.
And I think too about the music, guys. If I ever have music, I will put the stream in private, or if I have a members only type thing, if I ever get that join stuff, I'll do
Make
members
sure
only
that this is
420.
in the frame.
I can't.
It's got a pot leaf on it. It's an antique.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Old
Yep.
foil art. I don't know what it's called, but it's.
I think I saw that at one time. You brought it closer.
Market.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Fishy on Tactics said thumbs up. The fish.
Smash that like, people. What's up, Sherry?
What's up, Sherry?
Today.
But yeah, I love the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd. I love that.
Every time I talk to you, you're always listening to music I like. I'm like, that's my jam.
Hell yeah, a lot of people say that. Rap music, anything. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandra. I'm so sorry. Like, it won't tell me too if people subscribe or whatnot, Sandra, because I was watching Paul move that snow in Buffalo, and yep.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry if I know you now.
He's a man. He says dumb things sometimes.
Oh, hey, Jimmy, nice to meet you, cool people. Yeah, I'm seriously getting to meet cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And forgive us. I get funny when I start spoken to on our 420 adventures. Yo, you should see me on alcohol when I smoke and drink. I just get funny, and then I'll get stupid and go to bed. Like,
I always
crash in my
get really
here.
quiet, and I'm like, Bwizzle.
Yeah, you never the kind of days I'm having, and then I'll smoke, or you never know what days.
Zone right out. Oh, well.
Yeah, you never know which Bwizzle I'll be that day.
Well, you're not hurting anybody doing it, so nothing wrong with
Better
that.
not.
I don't have fish, but I do have a turtle. So how do I do that part? Click the link.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, over here.
All right.
Okay,
Oops,
I see it.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm in the
Let me
right
hide
screen.
that for you.
Yeah. So then I can go.
Brand banners. You can add anything. If you don't have room, you can delete something.
But I do have a turtle in a big tank. What kind of turtle do you have? Is it like a? What is it? Red slider? I don't know.
What kind of turtles
How are
Jimmy
you?
have? Hey, Jess.
Never
Hey,
had
Jimmy,
good
if you're there.
fish. DK,
You get
do you know a fish nerd? They can help you. We are like the local. If you find
We're
a
the
fish
fish
nerd,
in the
we're
right
like,
place.
Let me show you.
Yeah. Just join us.
Yeah.
I know Jimmy has that turtle. What is it? Must something turtle? Jimmy
June
P.
has turtles too, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I want a red-eared slider. His name's Turbo, and he's 13. Cool. baby mutt
turtle. That's what he has.
Now I want a turtle now. Damn it.
Yeah, I live in an apartment, so that's too big of a tank.
Does Jimmy's turtle stay in the tank and he has like a basket area? Or does he like stay somewhere else, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Yeah. What up, Mexicali? Wow, y'all popping in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Sorry, I missed you. Sorry, it's been a while.
Back to bed. He's like, it's past my nap time.
Yep. And say Christmas decorations outside.
You know, Paul, I never put anything up this year because I was like, bah humbug. Good thing about that is there's nothing to take down.
Yeah, me too. I just have the one light.
Done.
And then, that Christmas hat I bought, I was going to wear on the stream. it got dirty, like something spilled on it. I threw it away. I was like, in a bad mood. I was like, fuck it, walking home. Energy, what? I keep a water level low and nothing near edge climb on. Yeah, it looks like an awesome setup, Jimmy. I love it. Turtle runs around the house chasing my dog. He sits on my foot and watches TV. Yeah, that sounds like my bearded dragon.
Cool. Like
I got a bearded dragon.
Cool. You have to have a name.
Yeah.
That turtle sounds chill.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tucker would react to a turtle.
You think he'd get along with the bearded dragon?
He'd be like, "Why did you bring this dinosaur into here? That has no fur. What is that?"
Like, yeah, what is it? Do you think he would do good with a bearded dragon? Because Walter does. Walter loved him.
Like he wouldn't attack it or anything, but I think it would just scare the crap out of him.
Have to give him time.
If it had guinea pigs, he's okay with, because he's like, okay, like I don't know if he understands that like the guinea pig is. I think maybe he thinks it's a smaller dog. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to the YouTube side. Anybody want to check each other out?
Oh, cool. Well,
I'm sorry, I'm on. If you have, you want to share your links to the channels, share them out, guys. You don't know each other. Some of the people, my people, Fish Fam. Where are you from, Glitch and Bwizzle? I'm from North Carolina, United States, America.
I'm from Canada. I'm currently in Quebec, nearby to Ottawa. Yeah, I'm in Canada.
Nice. Let's go, Brandon, too. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to get Gizmo.
Okay.
Easy. Last time I had to get a towel because, like, you usually don't poop. These bearded dragons never use the bathroom, like, hardly, like, every week or so until they get excited or something. You're
taking your dragon thing out?
My bearded dragon? Yeah, he's super calm. He's 9. Oh. I got my wiener in there and the dragon.
Oh, my God. I like set that one up. Jesus. A few minutes. Utica. Oh, cool. Oh, Syracuse. That's not far at all. I'm just 3.5 hours away. Bwizzle always plays some pretty alright music for a young dude.
Oh yeah. It's YouTube Premium, and they save all the music you listen to and they recommend other music. Yep, he's 9, 8 or 9. This is my first thing. You put on? You trying to do solo?
Yeah.
I'll do it. It's my screen on the bottom left. You see that solo layout?
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Yep. That's how you do that.
There.
He has pretty cool colors.
What's his name?
Yep. Gizmo.
How old is he?
9 years old, and he sleeps with the dog on the bed. Walter actually barked one day because he got flipped over in the bed to let us know he was flipped over. And they didn't it took him a while to get used to him. But yeah, I had him at my old place, and then I had him at UNCC too.
Yeah.
Other place. So I got him at PetSmart years ago, and saved him from there too. Do what?
At PetSmart.
Yeah, years ago. My sister has one too.
Looks like he's pretty quick though.
Nah, he army crawls. He's older, and we took him to the doctor a lot, and he is healthy as can be, but he army crawls when he's older. And I think
Yeah.
she said like a long time ago he might have hurt something, but he's healthy. I mean, he's 9, the last of his years, but
Yeah. Huh.
yeah, and that's how you tell the organs right there inside of that thing. The doctor always showing us, but he's a male.
Okay.
It's called something.
It's called something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could look it up. People really want to know. Anybody out there? But yeah,
It's pretty long,
it's
right?
just that. Yeah, that's probably like my arm.
I love how like he's kind of like frozen, but he's like still like looking around.
This is what I like about him. They're pothead lizards, I call them, because they just chill out. That's all he'll
Yeah.
do. If like I put him on the bed, he'll just find somewhere to go in the
So
comfort.
him and the dog get along.
I have video. You know how I have videos with the fish? I have videos with him back in the day. I have to go through my YouTube like 3 years ago, but different pictures of them. I made Pokemon cards out of him and the wiener dog.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Like, I've never really. My daughter had a couple pets. Like, she had an iguana. So that's like the extent of my experience with lizards.
I wouldn't get if I was. Yeah, I wouldn't pick iguana as the first one.
No, it was Psycho.
Yeah.
His name was Chico. He chose violence.
Yeah. That's
So
why I
like,
got.
it changes because like you couldn't pick him up or anything like so you'd kind of have to take a towel and just like he'd be in the corner and you kind of got to block him so he doesn't attack you while you're changing out the bedding. He chose violence every single time.
It's crazy. I see some pretty chill ones, but
I want to do there. I want to do a shelf here and put geraniums up there. So, and then I was looking at the morning geckos. They're just, it's like a nano gecko.
yeah, I always wanted to get
That'd be
those. Are
cool.
cool too.
Maybe frogs. I have another.
My sister has frogs. You could do I have to go over there sometimes. She has the dumpy frogs. I had to spray water in there and give them the roaches. Like he eats Dubai roaches, and the frogs eat Dubai.
No. Roaches can't come in my house.
No, it ain't the real roach. It ain't the real
don't
roach.
care.
American roach.
No.
These are actually like cleaner roaches.
I will feed it anything else. No roaches in my house. I've had roaches that weren't invited.
Oh yeah, roaches. Yeah, normal ones freak me out because I see them at pools and stuff like that. Swim out there because they don't pick up the dog crap. What's up, Jeremy or Jerome? I always forget because I'm stoned. Maybe Jeremy.
So, I'm like, what's going on in chat? So, bulges did a Google search, and that's what it says.
On this thing?
Oh, Jeremy says, I felt dirty after reading that. Cryptkeeper said, felt dirty typing it. He says, I feel dirty reading it.
Mimic. Is that what these things were saying? Crypt? The Hemo something?
Hey, what's up, Big Tank Hank?
What up, Big Tank Hank? How you doing? Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, he's got a Hemi.
Lift your dragon up and mimic the Dodge commercials. Yeah, he's got a Hemi. I don't know the commercial too well, but I'm sure I can do it. What's up, bro? You got a Hemi.
I just sprayed the dark frogs. They started to call. It sounds cool. 3 different. Yeah, see, that's what I really want. I just want that sound like while I'm sleeping too. Because my bedroom's on that side, like on the other side of that wall. So that'd be cool. And like dart frogs, like they're expensive around here. They're like $70 to $100. So
I don't know the kinds my sister has, but I think it's dumpy and some type of tree frogs. They have to keep like humid and all that. And
well,
but they put the
a dehumidifier in here anyways.
Nice.
because of all the tanks. So it's like I might as well add some terraniums because I already have the dehumidifier already running all day.
That would be nice. I'd love to see that. I
Yeah,
like it though. How
the
it has it. She has
dehumidifier
that. What do
was
you?
my
What do you?
apartment.
Stuff on the bottom. It did.
I
Those
guess
things
they
are
have
expensive.
humidity issues here. I'm like, sweet, I need it anyways.
What do you call it underneath the reptiles? Where they sit and you buy those bugs that eat everything, so you never have to clean their cage. Really, it's like in
Yeah.
a frog setup and a lizard setup. I forgot. My sister has that. I just forgot the name. I guess it's something biological.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have to get for this one.
Okay. Yep.
Because I put air plants in there. I have a couple carnivorous plants I'm trying to see if they'll do better in there.
Uh-huh.
So I have a video coming out for that, showing how I turn that over. It's just a blue valve 5-gallon. I accidentally smashed the back, so I just glued on a piece of plexiglass, and now I'm using it for like a, I don't know, like not a terrarium, a vivarium, I guess.
Pretty cool.
Springtails and isopods.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I think they had some big balls, but big balls things in there like substrate.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Soaks up
lava
maybe some
balls
stuff.
or some shit. Clay balls.
If I was a salesman in the store, like fish store, yeah, that clay ball thing's back there. Like what?
You
Talking about
know,
oil? Yeah.
I think they're fucking clay.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh man.
yep.
It's 4:20 somewhere, folks.
Uh-huh.
Wow, this is amazing. 17 awesome people in here.
Yeah, buddy. I show 19 right now.
Wow, yeah, I know the numbers. They are on different screens. I'm gonna look something up.
Like a soil. I think that's
What
what
did
you
you
said.
say?
This one.
Hold on, I have to switch screen.
Why did that? There we go.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, see, I just used, I got this old, it's like a sand gravel. So I used that underneath some moss. I don't know, forest bottom moss, whatever. I had a brick of it. I did it before. Like I grew a bunch of aquatic plants. Immersed. I grew jabba moths, Physidins, and a bunch of other moths in the same thing. So I'm gonna do that again. There's a couple of them, like I think it was crypts that actually grow quicker that way. So I had one and it was just tiny and it doubled the size. So then once it got big enough, I just took it out and I put it in the tank to transition it. And it took off.
Nice. I had one flower. I'd never know the names. They're the first 3 years ago, the first plants I bought. And they're seeds. And there's this one, it's maybe reddish and it's turned red. And it's about to flower.
Nice.
It flowered last year, but then it like went away. And I think it's coming back. Those gobies are just staring at me, Glitch.
Mm-hmm.
They come up the tank and just like with their mouth like staring.
Yeah, immersed crypts are quicker if conditions are proper. Yeah.
You need to get some gobies. Gobies? Yeah. Didn't you say they're expensive though out there? Or y'all don't have them?
No, it's just I see a lot of them. They prefer the brackish conditions.
Have you seen the one me and Jason have? Did Jason have? Me and his true freshwater from Dan's Fish. I don't know if you can get that.
Like, and that's the thing. It's like we don't necessarily get all the same fish.
You know, yeah.
So
I see
like
what
I
you're saying.
can't order off of Dan's Fish, which kind of sucks. So then I just got to look around and see what we have available. And right now it's mostly
So you can't buy fish from the Clash, right, and bring it up there, or can you?
No, I can't. I looked into that this week or last week. I looked into the actual like laws, like the acts and stuff, and no, like I can, but there's a set list that only those in that list, and they're like boring fish, like goldfish, like fish I'm not interested in whatsoever. Like I can bring back certain
Nothing
kinds.
invasive, I guess. I don't know.
Goldfish though.
Yeah.
Like I can't bring a guppy, but I can bring a goldfish. It's like, yeah, I can see that logic. Like you can do the a couple gouramis,
hmm
a bunch of ugly fish, like catfish thingies, and then I'm just like,
Because I was just say I'll bring you some, but then they'll get stuck at the
I just
border.
what I have to do is try to what I really want to do this year, this
I can
coming.
just float them in bags down the Niagara Falls, and you can like scoop them up somehow. You know what I mean? Put them in some rub padding.
Just
Everything.
make sure it's
chuck
not
'em over.
invasive. Like, so if it does, the bag does break, we got like an epidemic going
I
on
know.
at Niagara Falls.
They're looking for somebody
Right?
to float these fish. I'll go on the
This
buffalo
fish is
side.
normally only 3 inches. However, we found a specimen in Niagara Falls and it's 12. And it's eating everything.
Oh wow, that would be my luck though.
It's like,
I need to get rid of all these endlers I started my tank with years ago and just keep breeding. But it's so hard in the Planet tank to scoop them up.
yes, I am.
You know?
I'm in Canada. My chat on StreamYard froze.
It did?
Yeah.
What do you mean froze? Like, because I
It
never seen
froze.
froze.
It froze at I'm about to bake as I wake.
Oh, that was, so you know how that was me hitting that earlier. So I think that's saying I was me. I could be wrong. Try to click something now. Because I just exited. If you can.
Because I could see it in the other screen, but
Oh, it's probably, you know, you can see on the other screen it's delayed. Because I have it off now, it might be delayed. Because StreamYard, it's delayed somehow though.
oh well.
Do you still have that picture you sent me the thumbnail you were going to do a couple weeks ago? We should add that.
Yeah.
This picture.
Yeah.
We'll make some too. Yeah, this is going to be fun, guys, for everybody. I'll have some cool stuff. We'll make some cool stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know when...
Doing nothing in particular. You were going to do unboxing.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Fish Fam Christmas 2022 on Susie Q's stream. I won a titanium heater at Bulk Reef Supply and an ink bird. So this is my official Fish Fam Christmas unboxing.
So then
the dragon on the run.
Ink bird is a temperature controller, or?
Yes, and I also have a Hygger temperature controller just like this in the tank.
Nice.
But I test it with my thermometer, the one I have for AC and stuff, and you have to like sometimes you have to reset like your temperature on there, what the temperature is.
Yes, those
and like
controllers
it's just
are so important. I learned the hard way.
It helps. It helps no matter what because it'll save your heater and your fish.
Yep, I lost an entire colony of my CPDs recently because that exact same problem. It's a colony that I've been successfully breeding from for 3 years. So now
I was going to ask you about that because I just got CPDs, like how you breed them and stuff. I was just
I actually have a video, and the video that I made. Since then, I've changed a lot of stuff, but in that video, like comparing all the stuff that I've tried since then, the way that I showed it in the video is the most successful that I've been.
Cool.
And
I'm
it's
gonna look
just
at that.
literally 2 5-gallons side by side. Like an old, like not an old funky snail tank, but something along those lines, shrimp. I always put a lot of female shrimps in there because then they'll have shrimplets. And then
Yep.
eventually the fryer. So there's a lot of different stuff going on in that tank. So you can feed it, but like, let's say you're at work, like in between, there's tons of food in there for them.
That's awesome because
Because
I
I've
have
tried
two.
putting the CPDs in the breeder boxes. The babies, they do well, but they don't grow as fast.
Yeah.
So
Are they? I bet they're way different than Endlers because I've never bred anything like that.
yeah,
'Cause I have
like
two now
the
CPDs, and I was
the egg
wondering about
spawners,
breeding.
like that, and that's the thing, is you got to figure out how they like to spawn their eggs. CPDs, they like to spawn their eggs on moss. Like you lay some moss out there, you just see them like.
And I don't like the
doing their
Endlers lately.
dances.
The women, the pregnant ones start biting at different fish. Oh shit! Man down. I think lizard.
That's so funny, but it's just the sound. Thump. Hopefully it's okay. Oh, nice, Crypt Keeper.
I think that's why he army crawls. Poor thing, man.
Could put a leash on him.
I know. He's elderly.
He's on the floor. He's like,
He
help,
was like,
help. Yeah,
you
CPDs, like once you get them breeding, and this is the thing. So when I initially got my CPDs, I think it was like 7 or 8 of them. And then I moved. And then in the move, a bunch of them died because of the water change and difference and blah, blah, blah. So I was down to 4 of them. And from the 4 of them, I brought the colony back and then made it strong enough to now start breeding. So to lose them all, I'm like, cocksucker.
Yeah. I just want the endlers out.
Right? I have a.
I cannot get all these endlers out. They're so fast, and I have the plant tank, and it's everywhere. And I get mad when I rip up a plant.
Yeah, it's much easier like when they're fry too, like to pull them, because like fry, they're still somewhat like they don't really know, like they don't see like that. Most of them, some of them are just born like exceptionally smart.
I heard most fish stores you can bring them in there, like a local fish store, and they'll take them.
You just go in with the.
I would hate to pack them all up though.
The turkey baster, and you just beam them up with the turkey baster, and you put them in there. Because that's literally what they look like. They're like, whoop.
I have a turkey baster. Hey, I'm gonna put Gizmo up real quick.
How about the Petra channel?
I'll be right back.
I can't click on any of the links, but I definitely.
Say bye. Bye. Say bye,
buddy. Okay, I'm subscribed to that. I just can't. My chat and StreamYard is not updating. But yeah, I'll check that out after. What is that, Chewy? Is that like one of your channels, or?
What's going on? What happened?
I just wanted me to check out this. This woman is from Ukraine. She breeds cardinal tetras. Cool. That's lunatic.
I don't see him in my chat.
Lunatic Fringe?
Yeah, where is he in StreamYard?
No, I'm looking at the chat in YouTube.
Oh, I
My
see him on the
my
YouTube
chat
side, but he didn't come through
StreamYard
the.
is frozen.
Yeah, I do not see him whatsoever or the win in on the StreamYard side. That's weird.
Yeah.
What up,
Yeah,
Lunatic
no, I
Fringe?
clicked on the link and it works, so they're in trouble, they're under attack.
See, I didn't even see none of those chats. Mine froze too, which
Mm-hmm.
that's what
No.
happened.
Now here I'm like, oh crap. Well, you know, I'm here, so there has to be at least one or two glitches, right? Can't run. Glitches
What's
like
up,
come
for the
in
win?
pairs and trios and
And then when I switch over to the YouTube side, it gets me like how it's behind too sometimes. Most of the time. I add you as a mod, Lunatic Fringe, because I know you. I like put your channels out there. Silver Creek ain't a mod. What's up, buddy? See, sorry, Silver. The chats were frozen like Glitch said. Wasn't listening. Taking
yeah,
a break.
annoying.
I love Silver Creek, man. He's awesome.
Have a good day at work. Vin for the win.
In for the win. All right, so I got some of y'all mods. Sorry, Silver Creek. Sorry, Lunatic. You know what? Never mind. I was thinking something else could happen.
So last night I got super stoned and hardcore called these two shrimp tanks. You know when you feed them and like you get the shrimp net in there and it's like anybody that doesn't look good gets yanked?
Yeah.
Because I've been working on my red line for
For the line.
2.5 years, I want to say, and like it's hard to get the red that they are in a picture. It always looks more washed out, but like anything that doesn't have red legs gets yanked. If it doesn't have, if it's got like partially red legs, it's out of there. So I keep on like, and since I got them, like that's what I've been doing. And a couple of times they've got mixed with other shrimp, but anything clear is like an instant out of there, you know?
I need to start doing that. Well, I don't really.
Well, you feed them and you just get stoned and just.
You gone too. Bye.
Yeah. Sorry. And like the thing is sometimes when you do it, you end up like in my I have black and blue in one. And you don't sometimes like you don't end up having a lot once you're done because you called a lot. But that means now that those females are going to be getting with those darker males. So eventually, like I've turned my blue colony around with it was 3 shrimp, 2 females and 1 male. That's all I had left of my blues, and I set them up in one of those hang on the back breeder boxes, and I left them in there for months. And they just kept on breeding, and they were all right looking. They kept on breeding, and then next thing you know, I had a big enough colony. So it's just literally like calling. Like I watched one Haley, but see with my reds, what I do is like anything that's not like clear, it's like a lower grade than what I'm aiming for, goes into a different tank. Because those are still nice looking fish, but they're not that tank's quality, you know? So then they can continue breeding. So then when you bring those to the LFS, you're like, okay, I have these 2 grades, you know?
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
They probably like with mine, I haven't, I just don't have time to like, what do you say, breed, but the guppies do it. And I don't have time to get all of them. So I always want them all at the fish store, but they're all, I don't know what they're doing. I'm still learning, but.
Yeah, the shrimp, it's number one, it's just like really culling for like what you want. And like, so what you can do too, what I have done is like, let's say I have my red colony there. Um, let's say I wanted to make another one. Well, what I would do is take 3 of the best ones out of there, or even up to 6, and put them in a new tank. So because I know that they haven't been mixing with any of like lower grade, now that it's just the 3 of them, they all have really good genes, like they're going to start to multiply, and then that's going to be a pretty nice looking colony. It's just patience. Like, it's not like guppies, like where a lot of times when you're trying to mess with it, like it seems like you're getting nowhere quickly because you keep yanking stuff out, right? But that's the thing, is you want your fish and your shrimp to breed true.
Yeah. So how do you say it though? I get where I have those lows and stuff. I just let them breed. I guess the shrimp, but the guppies, I can breed till I move them out. Because I want to get rid of the guppies, of course, but the shrimp start culling here and there. But I don't know. I guess I get lazy on that.
That's why, like, for that kind of stuff, like I mean, I definitely don't do it probably as much as I should. But like I said, like for me, because like ADHD, right? Like I'm just like, for me to sit there and just like focus on that, sometimes it's hard for me because my brain's like thinking about 10 other things. So like for me, like I'll literally like light up a joint and take a couple puffs and then just zone right into that activity and try to get it done. And like maybe I'll do the maintenance at the same time or feed it, or and like I just park my ass like right in front of the tank, and I have my vape and I'm just sitting there and I'm like staring in. So I have the net up there, and every time I see something, I just
What? That'd be a good topic. Is how to fish keeping while stoned. Why do you? How you say it? Why you smoke? Why doing a fish tank? I don't know.
I've definitely learned not to smoke when I'm doing water changes.
Yeah. No, not what to do and what to do while smoking in a fish tank.
Because when you do that, doing water changes, you get hyper focused on something else, and then you're like, "What's that water sound?" And then you're like, "Crap, I'm doing water changes." So that's I might by myself. um, wait, what is happening down there?
Sorry. I
Um,
can see chat now.
oh,
Dude,
okay.
on the StreamYard side.
Um, yeah, it's not recommended. I wouldn't. And anytime I've really overfilled a tank was usually when I was stoned.
See, with my dado takes, I don't
And
really
I've been
worry about
sitting right in
overfill it.
front of one. I overflowed.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I
Because
use
I was
buckets.
looking at something else, and then I'm like zoned right out, and then I was like, "Wait, what's that sound? Oh shit!
Oh shit! That's the oh shit moment. Oh man. Yeah,
I
so you're
don't
gonna have
like
to get.
those heart attacks."
Yeah.
So now it's like,
And then
no,
you like,
that'll be your reward once you're done your water changes.
see, for my tanks, they're all nano tanks right now, but I use these little 5-gallon buckets you buy the RO water at the store, and then I siphon in there, and then I'll put it outside and plant something like that. But I'll fill it up with this jug, pour it in there, and put the conditioner or whatnot. But
Yeah, see, I miss those days. Like now I have too many tanks. Like I have to
do you have a
fill my
Python?
bathtub, and I
Mm-hmm.
use a Python with a pond pump hooked up to the end of it.
That's smart.
So I'm going to do a video probably this week about it. I already have most of the footage, but
Do
I
you
wanted to
dose
make
the
sure this was a little
Do you
bit
dose
more.
the tub? You say you put it in the
Yeah.
tub?
So I use the safe. So I've had that little tiny thing of safe for like ever now.
The dry mixture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's saved me so much money doing it that way, and like you don't have to worry about knocking a bucket over, or like I still do my smaller tanks, like my shrimp tanks with a bucket. But the nice thing about having that set up is when that bucket's full, you stick the pump into the bucket and send that water out. You're not lifting that bucket with water in it.
I have
I have
I
back
use
issues, so
this.
like I have to be
I use this little
careful.
pump on my planet tank because I can't gravel back really at all. There's plants everywhere, so I just pop this thing in there.
Mhm.
I mean, I could gravel back, whatnot, but it's just all the plants are eating it up and it's in the way. Dig up a plant. I know me. Being
I don't
impatient.
gravel back many, like if
Yeah.
usually, because in most of my tanks I have like cories or shrimp, or like where, and they're also like heavily planted, so it's like something's going to eat that, or snails, it's like something's going to eat it, and then they break it down smaller for the plants. So but if I see, like, in, like, for instance, the racks, the tanks on my rack in the kitchen, they're not as planted up as these. So like if I see a buildup of detritus, like I'm gonna not get rid of
Use the
all
turkey
of it.
baster too, right?
I'll just cut it down just a little bit so it doesn't get out of
You
pan.
could beam that shit up too. Turkey baster.
Right? Exactly.
Beam that up.
And then I just feed that to a plant.
Yeah.
I actually, so
I want
the
to get
funny
more plants.
about my tank crash. So I, like a lot of times I get frustrated and I have a hard time like thinking things over. Well, that's where like the green comes in for me. Like I'll sit down, smoke a little bit of weed and think, and be like, okay. So get back in tune with my chi there. And because your first inclination is, okay, I'm just going to drain this tank, even though everything's dead, So I'm like, okay, what am I doing here? So, and because there was gravel, it was like, how do I deal with this? Because even if I drain all the water, there's still going to be carnage everywhere. How am I going to deal with this? And, I could gravel back it, but like it's going to get clogged up left, right, and center. So when life boils your CPDs and shrimps, you feed them, not the CPDs, but the shrimp to your other fish. So I fed all the shrimp to the other fish. They enjoyed it. And like, I mean, it had only been in the last few hours. Like I sniffed the water, it smelled horrendous, but not as though like, and I looked at the CPDs. It wasn't as though like they were completely decomposed. So it was just an ammonia spike at that point, and because of the heat. So I fed that all to my fish, and then I drained the water into a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And I let it cool down, and then I used that water on a couple of my plants. My plants went insane with that water because there's I don't know, like I don't understand that whole process, but there's
Well,
like
I know when I would.
in there because like I did test it, and I don't know, I guess those levels like plants like that. So I was like, I turned a tragedy into something that helped both like my other fish and my plants. So
I had a 5 or 10 gallon we move those pots. What do you call them? We grow bags, and
yeah.
I just wanted to test. I never grew before, so I grew me 2 pot plants, blue cheese, last year, and I bought like a tent and everything, put it in my closet, and it worked. 2 plants, and I was feeding it fish waste the whole time. The filter just squeezing it in there. I was like amazed, but I just want to do it one time just to see if I could do it.
It's true.
But I spent all that money for a tent and all that, and then one's outside getting rained on. I feel bad about that. I felt bad
Plants
about.
love that. Like I always tell people, like if I have friends that are like, yeah, my plants are not doing well, I'm like, bring a 5 gallon to my house. Because usually I have a bucket of water, dirty water sitting somewhere, whether it has like old filters in it or whatever, plants, whatever. I usually have a bucket of dirty water. So it's like I can just give you this water, and I'm telling you, your plants are gonna love it. Because like my daughter and my mother have given me plants now that weren't doing good in their place, and they're just growing like crazy now.
That.
I'm like,
I might
get
have.
a small fish tank. I said, like then your water changes now turn into watering your plants. You're doing it anyways.
If they knew that back in the day, they would have so much better plants, like stuff going
And
on. They learned
like
stuff.
I kind of I'm in a way I'm kind of glad because my parents, like our living room already kind of looked like a jungle
Mm-hmm.
when I was growing up. Like there was plants everywhere, like plants on plants on plants. Like it was a jungle in our living room. And
Welcome to the jungle.
so if they would have had fish tanks too, like and using that water, they would have been it would have been
Yeah,
crazy. Like my friend and I, we watched Braveheart one time in my dad's living room.
great part.
We were both on acid. My friend looks at me and says in French, "Fuck, it's like we're in the forest."
I bet.
Because of all the plants.
I'd done the same thing, but on shrooms, watching Star Trek, the newest one. I had to get out of there. It was tripping out so bad. I thought I was in
Like there's
space.
freaking forest everywhere.
I was like riding the ship, like looking around. Every time like a loud noise was like,
Yeah.
oh, I love that. Yeah.
So it's probably
Awesome.
good that they didn't have fish tanks. But my grandfather
Yeah.
did. And that's whose name this is here.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Guess what name this is?
I have no idea.
You like this or this?
Yeah,
This is my
what is
first tattoo. It's Year of the Snake in Chinese. But
you know what? I have a Japanese symbol right here. My first tattoo. I was like, put it there. I'm not even sure if it does
yeah,
say
well,
love. It could say like cornball for all I know.
I had to look it up because I knew people would give me hell. I looked it up, and I was like, all right, that's the symbol, that's the symbol, that's the symbol. You know what I mean? Then people still gave me. I mean, it might not be because some of it, a dog bit me right there at the one job, and it ruined it kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I
the
still have
only
the
tattoos
bruises
I would
in the
get
hospital.
moving forward is
See that?
fish tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
hell
I
happened
got
there?
that. That's the hospital where they took out blood and everything. They came back.
When?
They kept coming in the room in the morning. These women
When? Like when you
nurses.
were in the hospital?
I went again. I passed out and hit my head about a week or so ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah.
sneeze. That's
I usually, yeah. Bless you.
there.
I didn't. Yeah, I was in there, passed out in my head.
Again.
Yeah. Well, I passed out this time. Last time I was on a skateboard, so it was pretty bad. I think Mississippi Hippie. I told her, but I was just like, man, I ain't the kind of person to post it. It's like always something. I had to stay out again, and that's another thing, with this job.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it makes it hard when you're going through medical issues. And I had that conversation with my doctor because I was like, he's like, well, you've missed this specialist visit, blah, blah, blah. You haven't went to this specialist. And it's like, I don't have a
like, damn
job
it.
where I can take those days off. Like if I ask for those days off, I get attitude,
Me
It's
too.
just not my reality. And he's like, I know, but you have to take the days off to get this stuff with your health addressed. And it's like, I totally agree with you. I wish my boss or, the bosses I've had did as well.
Well, he put up with me for a long time. His last 2 years. I mean, at my apartment, I was making more money. balling out because you can do all the overtime you want, or you can just do your pulls, go home, help out after you do your pulls. But I fucked up in a way because he's like my best friend too still, and he's the one who got me in the salt down there, and he still has to get 40 low boy or whatever. When I had the coral and the fish, but I don't know, just now I just want to start like a different journey. Maybe I know I can't start out without a job, but get another job, and then start my own pool company as soon as I get a truck. Because my sister's husband does it too, but he don't clean pools. And everybody told me, customers, they always ask for me. I have their numbers.
There you go.
They got rid of them one day. I'd say, all right.
That's
it's so cool, like water
you know,
chemistry, and then you meet people.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I've learned over the years. Is like sometimes like something like that happens, and you're like, oh, you know, and then it's like something better comes through, and you're just like, cool. I'm actually glad that happened now.
I even had to get my grandpa a screwdriver, or my great grandpa.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
My grandpa is the one that showed me how to use tools and saws and all that stuff. He was a carpenter. He was a cabinet maker. So he would make all the cabinet fronts and stuff like that. And so when we were kids, we were encouraged to go into the shop and play with the wood. That sounds terrible, but you know, like use hammers, use nails, you know, like, and then we were allowed to use the drills, you know, and then it was like the sanders, like he taught us, like our first thing we ever built was these little wooden chairs. We thought it was the coolest thing. We made a chair, you know, for like our dolls or stuffed toys, right? But he was like basically teaching us like this skill. So I'm very, very appreciative for him for that, because now like I had my own woodworking business for 2 years. I did very well. I
was really close to my grandpa as well. Taught me a lot. And then when I was going through stuff, I went to like NC State and came back driving. I got pulled over, and they put me in their front seat because they thought I had drugs, and I was detained with cuffs and whatnot. And I was like 17, and I was freaking out. I was smoking a Black and Mild, and they said I didn't have no weed. I smoked no weed in there, but I was like hungover. You know, that's probably what it was, but not drunk. But yeah, that freaked me out. I was smoking a Black and Mild, and he said he smelled weed in there. You might have, but like they had to get a drug dog. I had to wait on that. And wait on them. They tore that car apart too. They were wanting to find something
for weed, like
and that was back in the day too, like 2008.
It's like although like we got like bigger problems going on here in our societies, and like that's not it, man.
Especially as a teenager, you know, just got my license or whatnot. Like, I'm not 16, so I was like 17 or 18.
Well, like I mean, I get it. Like they want to make sure that you know you're.
You have to put me there.
Children and teenagers for sure, but.
Oh, that made me mad, but I don't know where I was going with that, but.
No, for sure. It's I just like zoned out. There's still 22 people in here though.
Wow, yeah. We're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna do the streams tomorrow. If you can, we can start that one, and Friday, if you want to do those on Friday.
I'm basically waiting on like another contract or another job to come through. My last contract ended, unfortunately.
Now, say if you when you do get a job, do you want to still do it every now and then, or do you work nights?
I'm still okay in the evenings. Like unless my new job, like I have to work evenings, but I usually try not to, so I don't. I'm not very productive in the evenings at work.
And life gets in the way too, you know. So you might have something every now and then.
Unless like I have my daughter here or family here, then. And that's when I usually spend the time with them, like over the Christmas and whatnot. That's why nobody really saw me. I had planned on streaming, but
Me too, guys.
I
Like
had a full house.
a lot
And
going
my
on.
granddaughter is just learning how to crawl.
Mhm. Just like the
So,
bearded dragon paw over there. I'm gonna be streaming the kid.
you know, so
It's-
she's like constantly on the move. My place isn't really baby proofed. So it was pretty busy around here. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have young children because that's just a
Did you
lot.
keep that? Do you keep the room closed, or do you let them in there for a little bit to
This
see
room,
it?
yeah. Like my older granddaughter, she's allowed to come in because she'll go on to National Geographic online and play the games. It's the only site I allow her on.
She's probably gonna be a fish keeper one day now.
Oh, she totally is. Like it was funny because like one by one she was asking like what kind of those fish and what are those fish and what kind of those fish, and then I was like, and these ones are rare, and you know, and so then my daughter's father came over. My daughter had invited her father over for Christmas, our Christmas dinner. So I was like, yeah, he can come on over. He and I are friends. And
Yeah, it's Christmas.
I mean, she's 26 years old, you know, like
That's how my mom and dad are too.
yeah,
They're
like
friends.
we have grandkids now, like, and like I mean, like we've over the last X amount of years, like we've been really good friends.
That's what
Like,
people
we've
should
been
start
there
doing too.
together and stuff.
You know, you
So
always see them fight. People fight. It's
yeah, and that's the thing.
drop.
Is like if even if her and if my daughter and him aren't talking, like he and I still talk. You know, I still send him
Mhm.
pictures, new pictures of the grandkids, and you know, so he came over and he was looking and he was like, wow, you know, like, and then my granddaughter was going around from tank to tank telling him, well, yeah, but did you see that there's tiny little baby plecos in here? Like she knows what's going
But
on in each tank. And it was only like 2 days she was over. And I was like, looked at my daughter, I'm like, you got a future fish nerd. I said, it's
Yep.
not a bad thing. I said, if she gets entwined in that, I'll set her up a rack in the basement for herself, you know.
I want to
If
imagine
that's what she
too, like
wants to focus on as a teenager, heck
what if
yeah.
she gets like where she's really smart, she wants to go to college and
She
be
can make a little bit of
yeah.
money. She can still hang out with her friends, make a little bit of money. She doesn't need to get a babysitting job because she sells fish, you know. Like,
Yeah, and it keeps her
I said, I'll hook her up
out
with
of
some
trouble.
like not like, you know, cheap fish. I'll hook her up with some nice fish to breed, and
And then hook her up
she's
with
always
younger
she's very
YouTubers.
she's 8 years old and she's very focused on the details. Like, how do those fish spawn? You know, can we check that mop and see if
They
there's
were the age where they're asking all the
8 years
questions.
old?
They want to know.
Yeah, where she's for her, like when I started breeding fish for her, it kind of blew her mind because she's like, holy crap,
My
there's
chat froze, but
tiny little fish in there, you know, like you did that. So she's always been really, really, really into it.
sorry, John, our chat's frozen. But I wanted to say
Yeah.
this. A lot of people are going to ask about it. He said, "How is Hippie John? I have not seen him in forever." Well, simple question, John. He's in jail. And you know he struggles with stuff. And
Yeah.
how would you say it, Glitch? But yeah, I know people would be asking, and I just don't.
Yeah.
I was dealing
We
with it
wanted
since
to also
Christmas.
see what was going to happen. Like if he was in like short, like, you know, just for like a couple days, didn't really want to say anything, but you know, it is
Yeah,
what
I
it
figured
is.
I'd tell everybody. Yep, it is what it is.
You know, like we haven't had any contact with them, but you know,
It's a sad situation, but it hit me around
but his
Christmas.
fish were also, from what I understand, like they're being taken
Yes.
care of, so the fish are okay. And then if there's any updates, we can. Well, it would be you, but you can let people know
Yeah,
and from there. It's just it's a difficult conversation.
yeah, it is.
You know, you don't want to
For
make it
everybody.
bigger than what
No.
it is. You know, like it is what it is. And to be honest, it's really what the reasons and everything like that. That's really none of our business.
But at
You know?
least
But
how would you say it?
as far as I'm concerned, still my friend.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll talk to him on the flip side.
Yep.
You know.
We still love him, and yeah. And now I understand everybody. Like if I disappeared, and everybody's wondering, everybody had the love for him, what John was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
like the
not like
streets.
like he moved and he doesn't have internet. Like it's a little more controversial of a subject. And for me, it was I wanted to see if he
Hey
was going
Sam.
to get released, so that would be his story to tell. You know,
Yep, and he'll be back. Well, I'm sure he'll be back for another
for sure.
streams and Fish Fam. Welcome in, Sam. Lee's Originals, great music channel. She's epic. We hang out a lot in different people's chats. People I know every now and then. All the way in Alaska.
Yikes! Thought it was cold where I am.
And what? That's how many hours? 6 hours, Sam? Behind us, I think. It's probably,
Yeah, it would be something like that. 4, 5,
10 something.
yeah.
I can't believe is your StreamYard still frozen?
Yeah.
Something's going on.
But I'm reading it on the YouTube side. I just can't click on it, which is fine.
Acting translator left out loud. It's 10:29. Yep, I guessed it. Yeah, good to see ya.
It's still early there. What time is it here?
I'm gonna mod you, Sam, so you can put your channel out there. Everybody can mingle and whatnot.
This dog is still passed out.
For real?
He is like TKO'd. That's what he does when I'm at work. That's why he doesn't get into no funny business, because he has his meal in the morning, does his business outside, and then that's what he does for the rest of the day till I get home.
That's what Walter and the pug did. The pug always was snoring too. He snored louder than like my friends used to snore.
Basically a cat.
Yeah.
Like that's what I told my landlord. I said he's basically a cat. Like he doesn't do a lot. He goes outside and like runs like a madman, but then inside he's just sleeping.
The Zoobies.
Yeah.
Do you smoke joints only, or do you have? I have water pipe, but when it used to get dirty, I had to clean it, and it just made me sick when it gets real dirty.
Yeah,
it's not taste. Fresh. Yeah, I like it. I shouldn't. What I'm gonna do is clean it out really good. I only use it like once every in the blue moon, so I have that good taste still.
See, I got my little pipe here, but
nice.
I just use that for like when you get the crystals out of the grinder. Put that on there. Poof.
I'm gonna start if it's like in DC, or if I go somewhere, I'm gonna get the diamonds, blunt wrap, like the best weed, and you can roll it all.
Who is it is it you that has the Bwizzle like grinder? Or no, not Bwizzle, the Pokemon?
Pokemon? Yeah. Of course, with me, Pokemon. I have a lot of Pokeballs up here to do different things.
But does it have the other compartment that like...
Yeah. You just got to screw it out this way.
Like the other...
Yeah. You just got to screw it out that way.
Oh.
And it's like a little screen. It ain't good, but it's,
Yeah, neither is this one, really. It has to be really, really dry and crispy, I find, for that little compartment to work.
Yeah, I used to hold on to all the Keith and stuff, too, and put that in a blunt. But what I want to do is get, those dabs where you can roll it into, a snake-type thing and put it in the blunt, put those little crystals, they call it. The pot crystals, it's, white. Have you ever seen them at the store around here or anything? It's called, dabs.
Rock or something?
Well, that too, that'd be good. But they call it diamonds. It's like dabs, but it's white.
Dab diamonds?
Yeah, type dab diamonds. and you should come up like something white, and it's in that little container. But I don't use it. You have to get it really hot for dabs, right? But people are putting them in blunts.
I couldn't smoke that. That looks like something else.
What do you mean? No, it's
Picture. It looks like a no. My brain
Just
now would
because-
be like, this feels wrong. It no. Like,
is it showing the right one? Oh, like
it looks like
yeah, but it's
something else.
THC diamonds. It's THC diamonds.
I know, but it looks like I'm smoking
Oh.
meth or something.
Hey, once you roll
I
it in there,
imagine
no
that's
one
what
knows.
meth looks like. I have no idea.
It'll get you. Yeah, I can Google it. Yeah, I heard
I'm
that.
so
gets
traditional
really
when it comes to
stoned.
weed. Like I'm like, even like I started smoking the vape pens. I like that, but
I
I'm
don't
old
like
school.
those. I don't like the vape pens that much because they go quickly for me, and like I don't know.
Yeah, and then they leak on the top. It's you got to get the hang of it. You
Yeah,
just got to draw
I mean,
it slowly.
I would
and
definitely smoke them if I
usually
got them for
don't.
free or something. But I'm a blunt guy.
Okay, so Misfit says all it
Oh, yeah.
is 90 to 100% pure THC.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know that I need that much anymore, to be honest.
I get
Like
crazy.
back
Like,
in
fun
like
with it.
my younger, like crazier days, maybe. But like I might end up sitting in that chair for a day and a half. You know what I mean?
Guys, sorry if I can't see the chat. It's frozen up.
Where's
Yeah, I
Glitch?
know.
Oh, she's still staring at her aquarium.
I think the more I get high like that, the more it's good of a time. You know,
See, but like I've noticed things in my aquariums that
shouldn't be there.
maybe like I wouldn't have noticed if I wasn't like hyper focused stone. Like where I'm just like, wait a second. Because I'm looking a little bit longer, closer, you know. And I'm like, that's not supposed to be like that.
That's fun.
So
What's up, stories and tales?
that's
Welcome
one thing
in.
that's good for it. And like
Oh,
I
can't wait.
for me, I'll sit and just watch behaviors, you know. So if I'm trying to breed a special fish, I'll just sit there and smoke one and just sit back. Because once you sit back and like you're stationary, then the fish start acting normal again.
Yeah, that's like my
Once you
goby's
come out
going
with the
crazy
food
right
jar,
now.
you know.
He's
So when
climbing
you're
up the
just
wall
sitting
with
back in there, chilling, then you see them start doing their behaviors again. So then you can
I
see
wish I
like,
could show you this. Just too lazy to flip the camera and mess up the mic.
I got to figure that crap out today. Because like I have
All I have is my
tripod right
phone.
behind me.
My
It's
phone
just
in my room.
yeah, I
interacts
got to
with
do it
the
through my
volume.
phone. So I got to figure out how to do that.
You have a bigger room though, so you could probably do it. But my room, if I have
Yeah.
my phone, it's an iPhone too, so it could be something different. But
That's the
my
only
iPhone
thing
is
though.
all
Is
black.
like I have a lot of dead space in the middle,
Yeah,
and like people have said like put a couch there, but then it's going to be very cumbersome to get like around.
cumbersome.
I want to
That's
put one of those round chairs in the middle here. You know, like
Yeah.
they had in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, remember when they had to like the floors? You had to like walk down.
Yeah, it
It's
was
just
like
a
a
couch without the. It's just cushions in like a cushion room,
Mhm.
or they used to call, I guess, like a sex pad, whatnot. But for me, it'd be a living. They still make them in the living
the
room.
orgy parties.
Yeah. Oh.
Studios.
Sorry, guys. StreamYard is messed up today
Yeah.
on our end, so I have to keep switching. And I only got a Surface Pro, so like I need to get a better system for that. I could do a lot more in OBS because I can do OBS. It's just
Yeah.
this computer can't handle it.
My
'Cause I could do the
computer
thing
can, I
like
just
they
haven't.
do.
I don't understand.
You know how Jason does all that stuff? I think it's the OBS or Streamlabs. I could do that, but
Yeah.
this thing can't handle it.
See, but then like my friend was gonna get me all set up on that, and I have it on my computer. But then I was like, but I have all this. And he's like, yeah, it's true. I'm like, why do I want to cover up all that? I said, when it's a mess, sure.
But here's what I wasn't gonna get a what do you call it, green screen, because you could do it without a green screen, but I mean it might not look great, but you really don't need
I
it.
just don't want to have that.
Yeah.
I feel like the green screen would make me feel like somewhat claustrophobic. I don't like that.
I just put tape on my camera whenever I do the green screen thing. It's not me.
Yeah.
Because like if I go like this and hit the green thing now, it would show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll show you. I put my thumb right here. I go to settings. Where it is virtual background, and it should show it.
No.
There
Yeah.
it goes. See,
Okay.
I've removed my thumb, and it still works. See,
Okay. Oh, that's
so
cool.
it might be because my room's darker or something like
See,
that.
I got like the little cover thing for mine, but I still always put the electrical tape over it.
Yes, yeah.
Because you can kind of see on both sides, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that. And the
I like-
mic in it's completely disabled.
I like how you have it though, because you see the fish tanks too. You know.
Well, finally, like, I mean, when I first started
Yeah.
streaming, I was always on the couch, and I had tanks everywhere in front of me. I had a couple beside me, but you couldn't really see them.
See, I
So
should
I
turn
think
it out that
that
way.
was a big goal, like to get a 2-bedroom and have 1 bedroom that have tanks in it and my streaming desk.
Yeah, I want to just clean out this whole room, throw everything out, and get my dresser. I get everything organized. And just
That's what I did this weekend. Like I pulled out everything, like all the bins of crap, and then I had empty bins. So I pull out the bins of crap like one at a time and just sort it into the bins. Next one, sort it into the bins. Next one. So now like I have a bin of heaters, I have a bin of airline tubing, I have a bin of, like stuff like that where like, sponge filters, anything to do with all this, the sponge filters or like the little pieces and stuff. Like
we save everything, even
So then-
old filters.
Yeah. So then, well, I literally save everything. I have a whole
Me too.
bin of, I don't have the hang on the backs anymore, but I thought apparently it was useful to keep the tube.
I have that too. Yeah, I have a couple.
But
tanks.
in my infinite wisdom, weird, my chat finally just
Me too.
updated. In my infinite wisdom, with that, I ended up keeping all the propellers. So that's cool.
Yeah.
When I have a propeller, because I just bought one for my Aqua Clear 70 and it was $20.
Mine,
So
I was
now I
washing
can
it. My
try
new
on
one.
one of those. So
My
keep
new
your
one the other day, I was
propeller.
washing it. I lost my propeller the other day for my new hang on the back because I have it. I want it going fast in here for the gobies. They love it, and I can't find it now. So that's another filter I've stuffed away, waiting to get it.
Well, look through your other filters. See if there's any propellers that fit.
Yeah.
Just be careful because sometimes they're not quite right. Like if you have another one that has a similar propeller, then you can compare them. Because sometimes they get in there and they're just slightly too wide, and then they make a.
And you know how like when you have a multi-fish tank addiction, and like you love all the different types of filters, learning different types, how you don't like, and you like collect them all. And it's always like I still look at filters just to see like what's a cool one to get, because I like just looking at filters sometimes.
So I'm about to like go like full nerd level in my mind because I ended up getting these meta frame tanks for free on online. So I went and picked them up. I got them all cleaned up. They're all taped off now. They're just waiting for me to reseal them. So with them, it must have been some like old school guy or girl that had them because it has all the original, air pump.
Mm-hmm.
so we can show that one day. I have it all in a box. So it's got the original air pump. It's got I'm talking about like stuff from the 70s. And it's got the original corner air filter. It's got the original, I want to say the original heater. It's got a bunch of original stuff, and it's even got a whole bunch of foods, which I won't use, and then chemicals, right? And like I have Tetra Min bits or whatever it's called, and I think they're like 69 cents or that something. So yeah, we'll show that on a different one. So I want to when I set up one of those tanks, I want to put that. I'm not going to use that air pump because like it's gonna probably catch on fire.
What if it's like the silent and best one you ever had? Just that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? If actually worked.
Yeah, so I want to use the corner filter to get it set up kind of like original, but it also came with a breeder box. And it's so much cooler than the ones that they sell now, like, you know, like the floating ones. It had a bracket that you could put on, and it's got, I thought I had it around here somewhere. It's got a bottom plate. So if you wanted to block the grid on the bottom, you can. And it still has the little divider and everything, but you can have it hooked onto your tank so it doesn't like do the tour of your tank, right? So that was a pretty cool find from that.
Yeah, I would have kept that.
I like that kind of nerdery. Like I want to see like all the old antique, like how.
That's like with swimming pools. We'd always want that type of filters and pumps back in the day. And the old pools, they've been out since mankind was around.
Just because like we've advanced doesn't mean that it's better, you know. Like look at that breeder box. That one from the 70s is way better than the ones, you know, like the regular ones we have now. Like we have this and fancy ones, but I like that kind of stuff.
Me too. Yeah,
but
like that now I want to.
Perfect in my living room because it's all like very minimalist in my living room. So having the stainless steel is going to look cool.
Yeah. I always wanted one of those.
There's no heaters in it, so I don't have to worry about getting electrocuted.
Yeah, no heaters. I want to, like now talking about it, like redo some things in here at these tanks, move them around, get more organized. And I'm like, it gets me in that mood. But then when I do it too, something messes up, I'm like, damn, why'd I do this right now?
Yeah. You definitely have to be ready to redo a tank or.
Yeah.
Like I have a 5 on a rack that I need to like do something with because it's. I mean, they're fine, but they're a hot mess at the same time.
I need to do something different. I don't trust this rack system. I don't know. It could be good, but like I just have a feeling one night it moves over. It's just an old house too.
Yeah. Well, I ended up getting these brackets because I had the same thought. I don't know if I have a full set in my desk. But anyways, they come with these little things that go into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got a, where is it? One sec.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 of these. Right? And then you have this. So this is just a metal whatever. And then you feed it through the 2 of them. So one of them's on your stand. And then the other one's in your wall with wall anchors.
Mm-hmm.
So if your stand goes to move, you got a little bit of resistance. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's because like I have a granddaughter that's young, so I want to make sure. And like sometimes people come over and they might like lean on a tank, and you're like, you know, and it's like with
Yeah.
this, or even when you're not home, like this for me in my mind just adds a little bit. So if, let's say this stand gave out and started to come forward, this would at least hold on to it.
Till you,
Hopefully
yeah.
long enough for me to realize that something's going on and not just go completely forward, right? And I got this off Amazon. It was a kit. It's just for furniture, for like dressers and stuff.
Hmm.
So I'm definitely going to install all these soon. Just on the stands like that one, that it'd be a little bit of a biatch if it did fall, you know, because
I'm gonna
this
have to
one
try
is
that.
more top heavy. So that is an option.
Let's cracking vibes. Glass butt swimmer vibes. Are gonna take a nap. I hear you.
Heck yeah, I love naps.
Me too. Snap 20, nap 30.
Right? I love naps.
Do you have any new fish you like? Any projects or anything?
Yeah, I got 2 sets of Apistos.
Oh yeah.
So I
I
got
wanted pistos.
the McMaster here, and then here I have, what are those? I can't say the word. It's the Agisizai.
Easy.
Agassizi.
Gas easy. Little
Sure.
easy.
They're fire golds. So I
Okay.
have those.
How big do the pistos get? They don't get that big, right? Because I was
They're
thinking
dwarf
about
cichlid.
getting another dwarf cichlid. Yep. Because the German
Yeah,
Grand.
I didn't plan on buying these guys, and I didn't really have the money for it, but it's one of those things that like, because for us, a lot of times like getting like quality like pair
Better
of,
get it while you can, right?
yeah, you got to grab it. So it's like, damn it. So then at least like if you do start to breed it, like this wasn't bred locally. And he said there's nobody that really, like there might be a couple people, but it's not. He said it's rare around here. So I was like, throw it in the bag.
Yep. That's like with the skunk quarries. I went back, they didn't have any. I was like, I should have grabbed more because they were cheap. They were like $4 or $5, and like online and shipping and all that at different places, they look a lot more expensive.
See, these guys were, I want to say 42 each.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I can dig it.
I can dig it. Hell yeah.
Up from like $5 a piece. I'm like, that works.
Wow. You pistos? Wow.
And then in this one, I have my black rams that are finally,
I want a black ram. I was reading about those the other night because I forgot about them.
they're so pretty.
Now, is that like a species only type thing? Do you have community tanks?
Most of my tanks are species only because like, especially with the like the egg layers, like the non-live bearers, like I don't want anything really predating on the eggs and stuff. So
Yeah.
like I have a tank over here that has my humpback lemias, but like their fry, like there's cories in there, but their fry are pretty much safe from the cories. You know, there's only 4 cories in there. But there's also
Do you ever
lots
sell
of,
the? I'm sorry. Do you ever sell the fish back to the fish store? Like if they're wanting something, and you have it
I usually try to sell it locally, to be honest,
locally. Yeah.
because like my LFS, they only do a credit.
Oh
And
yeah.
usually that credit's not much, you know,
Yeah.
unless it's a
Benefits
more
them.
expensive fish. So I'll usually just put an ad up, and like I can also put like put a price on it, and then put, let's say I'm looking for a hang on the back filter, I'll be like, or trade for hang on the back filter. And you might not get money for them, but you might get something that you need that you would naturally have to spend money on. So
What's up, Levi? How you doing? Hi, Levi. Humana, Levi. Yeah, I got so much plans. It's gonna be cool next year. Looking up on the uppity up.
I was telling someone last night is like Robert, it's not in here, but I have a little notebook. And it's just like a little notebook I got from Dollarama, and I write so much stuff.
Dollarama? Is that the dollar store up there?
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a big dollar store chain. We have Dollar Tree too, but Dollarama is bigger.
It's like the best one to go to, I guess.
Yeah, like they have all kinds of stuff. So I just write everything in there. Like if I'm planning a rack or some musical fish, like I'll do it all in that book. But also, like if I'm watching a video and I see something that I want to remember, sometimes I'll write it down in a note in that book. So now it's like, now that I'm trying to learn how to breed certain fish, I'm starting to write down. So if I successfully bred them, okay, so test the water, what's the temp, what was the weather that day, start to like keep track of this stuff. Because what I find too is like when you're breeding several kinds of fish, sometimes some of those little details, they kind of run together.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're not having luck. So I got like a little fish nerd book.
You're really good at it too. How long have you been collecting fish or keeping fish? I mean,
like on this kind of scale, like I want to say 3 years now.
wow.
2.5, 3 years.
I'm 3 years, but I'm kind of lazy with it. Everything. I'm getting plants and fish, but I kind of not.
I kept Oscars back in the day, like in big tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, like we always, like when my daughter was growing up, like we always had tons of animals, birds, fish, reptiles, all kinds of stuff, But this is where like I've really paid attention to, like making the best environments, plants and stuff like that. So no, Paul, they're not. They're all freshwater. I have not went over to the saltwater side yet. I want to, but eventually.
Scratching with D-Man. How's it going? Yeah, I got into saltwater first. That's 3 years ago. That was my first thing with my roommates and my boss. Saltwater. 30.
Yeah. I mean, it seems straightforward enough. It's just, I mean, also I'm in an apartment, so like mixing water just seems like a little bit of a pain in the arse,
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would go more towards, I'm more inclined to go towards like an RO system than go to mixed salt. But even then, like if I go towards RO and then go to salt, then I'm good, because then I can use the RO water for my salt water. So
I like the salt, but like I don't know. Once I get to a different place, I want to rush it.
Yeah, like I just feel like technically I'm not set up for it yet, and I don't know enough about it to really. Once I know, and it's not so much about the saltwater itself, it's about the fish, and because it is different, right? So once I understand like what goes with what, because I mean, I'm relatively like a new fish keeper when it comes to salt, where I can walk into a saltwater store and I'm probably gonna put two fish that don't go together in a tank that's too small for them, like So once I get more confident about that and stocking and all that, then maybe I'll probably do a tank just for.
And with my stress, salt, it brings you want to do good and stuff. Especially I had that 40 with all these corals. I was just basically taking over the tank because the guy I was roommating with did it for a year. He was really good at salt. That's all he did was salt. But it stressed me more out. I got stressed out because I was like the fish, but all the fish and
It
corals
seems like
got
a little
moved
bit
out.
more maintenance, and I'm just like.
Mhm.
And like also you have to understand like the different plants that you can do with it. And I'm not aware of, I know
Yeah,
a couple of them. So it's like,
and the refugiums and stuff. If you want to do
yeah.
that,
Because I mean salt is also, it's not like buying a goldfish and a 5-gallon tank. Like salt, like that'd be an expensive mistake to start out with.
yep.
So, and for me, like instead of making a mistake like that, I would sooner buy like some cool fish
Yeah,
eventually.
I'm gonna get me some more of these gobies. They're like my favorite little fish.
Yeah,
And
like
the
I find I
40s
have
are good.
fish themes every year. Where
Yep.
this year it's going to be Kili and Apistos,
Okay.
and last year I had a Cory fix that didn't really work out too well.
What breeding or
Yeah, and just like sourcing like quality fish, it was like I could pay an arm and a leg for this 6-pack of Corys, whatever they are, nice Corys, but is it worth
yeah,
it? No.
just doing.
They're so
Yeah,
quality, it's like, yeah, no thanks.
I was on a kick with them too. I still am. I got 2 skunk quarries, one of the orange vanilla. I should have got more of those. Just a regular quarry, and I plan on getting more of those as it go. But yeah, I get it, Misfit.
They're so freaking cute, and like honestly, they clean so well. They
Mm-hmm.
clean so well. Like they get fed their food, but I mean,
I
the only
noticed that
problem
the other
is when
day.
you're trying to like replant plants in a Cory tank. They'll find all the ones that weren't planted properly.
Yep, I had a couple of those. I have a big shit tank in there I got for free, and this tank I got for free. So I just put it in there, and they love swimming in there too, and eating anything in there. Yeah, Misfit, I feel you on that. But like me, I'm a stressful person, and I just get stressed over little things, and probably other people wouldn't. I would say, but one day I'm definitely maybe I just like the salt fish, the coral for me. Maybe just get some easy corals. No, started
Yeah,
for
like
me
I
that.
think I'm more fascinated with the coral than anything.
Yeah,
Like I definitely would like a coral tank. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, like what I want, and because I don't want like a very like massive tank, because obviously I'm in an apartment, but once I figure it out.
yeah. My crypt and swords are going crazy. Plant apart. But I'll probably end this around the 2-hour mark. Been going good. Like I said, we'll be here tomorrow. Maybe we got to plan it out. I think it's Tuesdays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
The regular me and 7:30 in our time slot. We'll work it out. Put it out there. Yeah.
And Tucker will be here too.
Oh yeah, Tucker is awesome. Yeah,
He's always got to join us in some way.
cool, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have some people up too.
Yeah.
Chill out stream. Smoke one.
Figure out
If you
how to
got
keep
one.
salt stream for Glitch.
Yeah. 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
How wouldn't you? I don't see how people do that. 24 hours. I have some friends who do that.
No, like I no. That's a lot.
But yeah, if I could get rid of the idlers, next fish is probably, this is Whale Planet Tank. It's been seasoned 3 years. It has one chocolate Bristol nose pleco, two of the wood eat. What do you call those plecos? The wood eating ones. They say they eat wood.
The
I think they're just
rubber lip.
they're really small. Like they get like this. I forget though, but they're really small. Can't think of their name. I always forget their name. And the gobies, and there's no more shrimp in here. And then get rid of the endlers. And yeah, see what next fish should go in there. Probably like some rams.
What I did was I took an idea from Daniken, and I put all the scientific names on all the tanks.
I need to do that.
I got where's the marker? So I have this marker. It's a glass paint marker.
Yep, I have one of those. I did.
So you just mark it on the tanks. So now, like, I can start to learn the names because it's something that my brain doesn't really need that information. It's like, nah, man.
It's like I want to learn it, but
it's like my mouth doesn't do that sound combination.
My friend was such good at like science and all that. He went to NC State and stuff, and he was so good, like at a young age, just naming all these chemicals, weird stuff, fish.
That wasn't me.
Dinosaurs, and I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah,
you remember all that.
I was the one that knew how it all worked and what they all were, but but the thing is, though, it's like in my personal life, even like with names of like who sung this song, my brain does not. I know what that song is, and it's probably one of my favorite songs. But if you ask me who sings it, unless like for sure I know, I'm just like, my brain doesn't hang on to that information.
Me either.
Like it's for other stuff, it's like Velcro, but not that.
And like we were talking about the AOL days, like music, downloading Napster, LimeWire, and getting all those like.
Yeah, and like back then, but then again, I mean, back then, like actors and artists, like there was less of them in theory. Like,
true.
We didn't have the explosion of the internet, so now there's just like so many, like even actors and actresses.
I mean, like all the TikToks and social media. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, I still have to remember like people's names of people around me, so I just prioritize that. Because but yeah, I'll learn the scientific names sooner or later. Planets.
I'm probably not ever going to learn all the scientific names. Maybe the fish. I'm going to try
that green
the fish.
plant right there.
I'd hate going to the Keystone Clash. What's that? But they'd be calling it's this scientific name. I'm like,
I know a lot about other stuff, just that ain't it.
Yeah.
That's all.
And you
can learn how to say a fancy name, but if you don't know crap about it, what's the point?
Yeah, I just want it in my fish tank.
Yeah.
That's like with these gobies, they call them a neon blue goby or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, blue goby, yeah. But like it's a different Donna something. But they have all these names, and but yeah.
Which I mean, like once you go, like if you really want to head down like a nerdy rabbit hole, like that information is important when you want to look at like habitats and stuff like that. Then
true. I was looking it up, and they said they love seasoned tanks, which this one they eat all the biofilm, the algae, and I think they eat those little. I had some problems with those. Can't think of it, but the little shrimp-looking things that come up in the dirt. Isopods. Had those. I think they eat those. I don't see much of them. I'm sure there's some in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, you can get all the starter you want, but unless you have those microorganisms in there, a lot of fish, they'll do okay. But
And they still eat I could see them eating that little flake food and stuff. They like that.
I mean, that's all my
Bloat.
quarries do all day is like eat all those little substrate worms and detritus worms. And that's what they're eating. I hope they do have blue on them.
Yeah, I blew on them.
That's the thing. Sometimes you get a fish and it's sold as one thing, and you're like,
And sold to someone else as something.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then, like these guys, I don't think were marked properly.
I'm trying to work out some Indonesian rock goat.
Nice. Have a good day. Bye.
I got mine on Dan's Fish, and I seen if Jason has the same gobies as I have, and I don't know what his was called, but I'm sure something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's only so many blue ones at the same time too. So
And like you said, most of them are salt. So I was looking at some; they have like a blue
Yeah.
salt one.
yeah,
And
like
they go
salt
to
or
salt
brackish,
breed, too.
and
Because that's the only thing about breeding these. They say they have to go to salt, brackish, or something, breed, and they come back in
yeah.
when they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
But he said sometimes you hear stories of them breeding. So he said if they ever do, let them know. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and like that's where like a notebook.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Hope
That's
you're having
crazy
a
how
good
that
day.
happens. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that's
Jason?
where like a notebook
Maybe
comes
I'm
in
confused.
handy because like when you figure out like a little trick or something like that, like with all this information that we're constantly taking in, like it's good to have that note somewhere, and like all those notes like together in one place. So that's why I have my little fish geek notebook. It's got like where if I buy a set of fish to breed them, I'll put what I put them in it initially, temperature, substrate, water conditions, blah blah blah. What I've changed along the way.
But yeah, Jason, I watched it. I just put a short out that day of mine. I was like rocking out to it, and I saw Fishy Mom comment on it. All of a sudden, it's crazy because YouTube algorithm comes up. I was looking at the shorts. Jason's came up, and it was the same neon blue gobies, and I was like, "What?" And his was doing the same thing as mine, dude. Just act crazy,
Really?
like jump and
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Coral. Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Like, you
It's what
can't have
makes
high
us what we're
expectations of us because, it's 420 somewhere.
Yeah. Even in the fish
Just, like,
fam, we're
smoke and
somewhere.
ramble about fish and life and whatever.
Yeah, that's their streams, guys. We're gonna have some fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think people like that too. Different communities and friends.
Well, that's it. It's a stream that you could definitely hang out. Like even if you don't smoke, but like if you do, then you can hang out and smoke with us.
I can't wait though. When I hit 1,000, I don't know if monetize. I guess you have to be monetized to get the super chats because I don't really care. Like, you get 5 cent in videos, but I might as well sign up. But if I do like
You
a
just have to
member
make
thing,
sure you get your watch hours, and then you're good.
yeah, yep, that too. Got to do that. And you
Why
too. Like
not?
that's what I was saying on Fridays. That'd be good. You have on your stream.
Mhm.
Me and John did.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
cool though. And then like have music streams or something because this one, be private.
Yeah, exactly. Just to pass the time, because I know me myself, like,
It's not
sometimes
about
you're
money.
just at home, like you're just lacking the motivation to do, fish stuff, and just having someone on screen that's talking about fish stuff, and like this would be a stream that you could listen to and do your fish stuff where you don't necessarily need to watch us.
We should do like news report. The weather today is hot.
I don't know what the weather's doing. It's snowy again. I know that.
It's been hot here lately for
Yeah, it's above normal here.
Again, guys, you missed it. I got this for Fish Fam Christmas, which I have a Higer one, but it's been not the greatest. Smoking. Thanks, Coro. I've been known to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Coro, the other day I was outside. There's snow everywhere, and the sun came out, and then it started to rain. And I was like, this is so confusing.
Blue skies and somewhere we have rain. Sometime.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm okay with this warm whatever is coming through. I'm okay with that because we get cold.
Do you like Canadian football?
The what?
Canadian football?
It's okay.
I don't know if it's like a good thing up there or not.
It's big
I
up here, yeah. It's big up here.
Nice. What's up, Captain Bapton? Another good friend of communities I hang out with.
Yeah, someone is
What's up,
twisting the
buddy?
dials on the weather machine again. I'm okay with it. Like, if they just twist it a little bit higher so that it'd be a little bit more springy here, I'd be okay. That'd be
Make
cool.
it wintery here. Snow here. Make it snow.
We can
all-
trade. I'm okay with that. I've grown up my whole life in Canada. Like, I'm over snow.
Yeah.
Over.
I can imagine though. Yeah.
I don't know.
Do y'all
If I
ever
never
go-
saw
where'd you
snow
go
in
for, like,
Canada, I'd be like,
Do y'all go anywhere for like a beach trip? Because I used to know my mom and dad used to have a lot of friends like camping, and a lot of them would come down from Canada.
yeah.
They'd go to Myrtle Beach, and then they would go to the Speedway a lot, and we'd meet up with them. It was
Yeah.
so fun back when I was a kid.
Like my uncle, like especially in Florida, like their population, they have over the winter, like high population of Canadians because they're called the snowbirds. They go down and stay in their timeshares or whatever. Like my uncle has like a trailer on like a nice trailer park there.
Yeah.
And he goes there all winter, and I'm like, like a friend of
Invite
mine,
me.
one of my old coworkers, her mother has it, so now she goes with her mother. And I'm like, oh.
Imagine if I had the money, I'd be doing that too.
Yeah, I definitely leave here for the winter. Like, I'd get someone just to stay here and check over the fish, feed them, and water change.
Yeah, you have a camera too. Like, do this, do that.
Yeah. Yeah, the kind of place you just drive a golf cart around.
Yep, they had those golf
Okay
cart
with that.
parties and stuff.
I'm okay.
Like they
with
used
that.
to go around all that with the golf cart parties and give you
That's
jello
cool.
shots.
Yeah.
All them
Oh my
smoking.
goodness. I've been to the parties where like I'm like riding on top of the golf cart.
Yeah, I
On
flipped
top of the golf cart.
When I was kids. Speaking of that,
And
we'd have a golf
someone's
cart.
just like barreling down the way. So
I about got killed though. I was on top, and there's a golf cart. We went down the hill. Our parents were so pissed because that golf cart we brought it back. All the kids got
Yeah.
grounded in the park.
I didn't consider that possibility when I jumped up top, but
Did yours hurt? Did you break your arm?
no, we never crashed.
Oh,
Thank God.
it was bad. Like we were crazy and stuff.
Like the worst I did was like bust the gut laughing.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
oh, my sister and her friend. I felt so bad. They were girls. They were crying, and it was pretty bad. Then my friend flipped out of a truck one time. About died at this place up here, 45 before they built it, and it's like an interstate, and they just drove down it fast. He was in the back of the truck. They flipped him out and slammed him in the ditch, but he could have got hit. Hey, Muppet. Yeah.
So
All right, guys. It's
Yes,
2:04.
projects.
Yep. Well, hope y'all join us, and I appreciate everybody, the 24 people, and everybody lurking around and whatnot. Y'all mean a lot.
Mhm.
And yeah, join us. We'll put the post out Tuesdays and Fridays. And I'll get some more videos and stuff too as well.
Mhm.
And yeah,
It'll be fun.
yeah,
It'll be chill.
much love, everybody. Yeah, be chill. Good streams, good streams. All right, guys, later. Peace.
If you don't like greens and ham, just get your ham